So I posted something about me spending most of the money that I got from disability by Thursday. Today's, I believe, today, I think it might be Friday. It's Thursday or Friday. So by Thursday, Friday, and the comments were, of course, what are you spending money on? What, how do you, could you do that? People don't understand that when you're homeless, you pay more money for everything, right? You pay twice as much because you don't have, I don't have refrigeration. I don't have anything to really cook on. Even if I did have something to cook on, I really wouldn't want to cook in my tent. Getting food is always, what's ever out there. A friend of mine came today and she picked up a few paintings that she's going to try to sell for me. And she treated me to this Jamaican place in the same strip mall as ShopRite. And she got the small, and I got large, and I got the medium. I got the large one or something. I ate most of it. Actually, it was delicious. It was jerk chicken, and it was delicious. Hers was $15, mine was $20. That's one meal. I can go cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. I can't go into ShopRite anymore and get the cheap meals anymore because I can't go to ShopRite. So it's basically whatever's out there that I can eat. I want to repeat again. I use medical marijuana. The problem is that my insurance company doesn't cover it, so I have to dish out the money for it. I can smoke an ounce, 1 to 2 ounces a month, and that'll be for $400 to $800. I've been borrowing money from people, and then the ones that ask me for it back, I give it to them. Let's see. I have my storage unit, which is $100 a month. I was back 1 month, so I had to pay $200 this month and last month. Same thing with my phone. It was 1 month back, and they charged me since I changed the date from last month to this month to pay the phone bill, my cell phone bill. They added a $25 fee for late payment, and then I have a next one coming up on the 25th or something, and I'm gonna have to try to do the same thing. Push it over to next month. I don't have any rent. That's what I'm have somebody posted. So you shouldn't have the same problem as us with renters. If I had rent, I wouldn't be able to afford doing anything, including my medical marijuana. Any other plant medicine I want to do, I can't grow. I have nowhere to grow it, so I have to buy it. And see what else. My tent. They keep on ripping my tent. People are giving me tents. Most of those are gone already. I keep on buying supplies after they come rip my tent and go inside. They steal stuff. I bought a scooter last month, and somebody stole it. I paid it, and now I'm short that as well. I can't buy another one. I can't afford it. And so on and so on. Everything costs more. I can't refrigerate much because ice costs $2, $3 a bag. Batteries, oh my God, batteries are a 4-pack is $2, $3. I need for the batteries. I need for the 10. I need like at least $20 worth of batteries a day. Cigarettes. I try to cut down by smoking cigars instead. Those Black and Mild. So I go back a little bit, but cigarettes are expensive. Let's see what else. let's see, doing something that's entertaining for myself. Because, living in a tent, being in a shopping center, I'm going to garbage them, it ends up being pretty boring. And I don't feel like doing stuff. Sometimes I'm just like feel like laying in bed all day, or laying in the car all day. So I need something to pick me up and do it. Because I'm out here. I don't know how long I'm going to be out here for. I could be dead tomorrow. I can give you like an itemized list with the numbers on them and see how they match. A lot of this month, usually it lasts about a week and a half. This month I owed money, and I still owe money to a few other people. And they said, "Don't worry about it for this month. We'll start next month." And they were nice to me. But the thing is that why do I have to itemize what I do for anyone? I'm explaining to you what's going on to me with me. I did lose money. I took money out of the bank by mistake, and for some reason later on I counted it and it was less. Now maybe the bank machine, they're telling maybe Bobby and Laura figure out a way that when I take money out, it only gives me less money and they get the money. I'm not really sure why, but after I took the money out, I had less money than I took out, and it was a lot less. So either I dropped it somewhere, I didn't notice it, somebody took it out of my pocket, or somebody took it out of my bank account by only giving me less money and me not counting it after I got it. Because you never count, you just put it in your pocket, especially around here at night. I don't know if anybody's going to come up behind me and see how much I have taking out, and they're gonna rob me. Oh, of course. I spent on hotels Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Actually, no. I did Sunday night. I got one as well. So Sunday night, which consists of Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So 4 nights. 4 nights of $130 each. And then anything else that's way too expensive because it's illegal, that I do. Again, I don't want to have to explain myself to anybody, but I will show you something right now, and this is going to piss off a lot of people. But I'm fucking sick of people telling me this. Somebody saw like something that I used to smoke, something, and they got me really pissed off because they you put it in a video, so now they. And I wasn't going to do this, but now I feel the urge to do it because I want to show you something. What I'm about to do, you deem illegal, right? You deem I can spend time in a cage for it. I can be charged fines for it. All these things, right? That what I'm about to do is you deem illegal. And the problem with the legality of it is a lot of times they put garbage in here. That's why you call it this name that's just so, that's just so demeaning for it. Meanwhile, tribal cultures, used it for the same reason I use it. What everybody else uses it for is their own business. I don't really care. But I'm telling you now, what I'm about to do is less harmful than alcohol. It's less harmful than smoking cigarettes, probably. It's less harmful than most everything out there that has side effects that you take for depression and for anxiety and for anything else that the pharmaceutical and the psychiatric companies and parts of the civilization get together and sell to you. And now if I took something that a pharmaceutical company made, my insurance company would cover it. But I refuse to do that because my body is not. It doesn't do well with anything of yours that comes from the pharmaceutical companies in a lab or some doctor that decides to he's getting a kickback to make sure I get it. Yeah. And I'm going to do this, and the legality of it is based on whether this is really true or not. And I'm telling you, what I'm going to show you is real. If anybody out there, a police officer asks me questions about it, well, I get fined. I'll say it's not real. It was an act. There's no way you're going to tell. But for those that know, and they've done it. And this one guy keeps on, Sean, he keeps on posting comments about how wrong I am, and somebody and Sean, you're a fucking hypocrite, bro. Like I said, are you living in a nice little married bubble now, and then so now you're living that honeymoon bubble thing? That's gonna go away soon, and then you're gonna run back to it. You know why? Because you did it, and the reason you did it is because there was something about it that you liked, and now maybe because your wife doesn't like it, you have to go out there and say, oh, I don't like it. He's lying. I wasn't there, but I saw you do it, and I had no judgment towards you. So why the fuck you have judgment towards me? Because that's about as hypocritical. I mean, I can see the people that don't understand this and just watch the news programs about how bad it is, how really really bad it is, and it's really it's way worse than the other stuff. But it's just, this stuff is like it's like that movie about it about it coming to New York and you remember that movie? It made everybody. Chris Rock was in it, and they showed how he did it. And it's illegal. It causes problems if you are. It causes problems if you are in a place where it's sold and you are you could get caught with it or in your pocket. It has never caused me to do the things that you're afraid of. It can cause that, and that's because it's so expensive. And it literally it does something for. I'm gonna say it straight out, man. It does something for the occurring soul. It gets me more connected to the occurring soul. You don't want to believe that? Go away. It was used in tribal cultures for thousands of years before you made it illegal. And I'm gonna tell you again. I'm gonna do this right here, and I'm gonna do it on camera. I'm gonna do it, and you're gonna see right after I do it. You tell me what the fuck is wrong with me and what's any different, or should I say, you tell me how this is worse than alcohol that's legal, that this is worse than your pharmaceuticals that you take for depression and anxiety and whatever else you pop, and then mix with alcohol and then pass out. Again, hypocrites are hypocrites, man. Hypocrites. The meaning of hypocrites is that you point a finger at somebody and you judge somebody, and you don't understand that what you do is no better. But because you have a whole, anti-drug enforcement, and you have a whole, just say no, government system, and then you have people just ready to point their fingers at them. Children shouldn't do this, but children don't do other things. But since it's illegal, they're gonna go and find it. You know why? Because it is a mystery to it if it's legal. If it was legal, then it would be like people like they'll do it. They don't. But tell me how what I'm about to do is gonna make me something. Or it's gonna make me do something that I should end up in a cage for. Man, I face this a lot. Out here, and the judgment is pathetic. Right down pathetic, all because of New Jack City and how Chris Rock portrayed that person in the movie. Now everyone that does it. Now I'm not saying that everyone should do it, and I'm not saying that it doesn't affect people. But most people that it affects badly, they probably have issues with something inside them that needs to get out, and they can't deal with it. That's what most plant medicine that are geared towards the connecting with your spiritual self and connecting with, and oh my God, he's saying that what he's about to show is how do you do that? You're a hypocrite. There's a street version of it because it's illegal. If there wasn't a street version of it, there would be, I don't know, little storefronts competing for it, and it's gonna be a lot different. There'd be some more of a regulation and more of less of a I gotta make a shitload of money, and more of a people like it, so why are we making it illegal? Why are we throwing people in cages for it? And if you don't want to watch this, I suggest right now you turn off the video. If you don't want to watch this, then I suggest right now you just kind of like go away. You know what you do? You put your hands over your eyes. You have a friend of yours, put your hands over your ears, and then another friend put your hands over, because you can't, unfortunately, you can't do that all at one time. You don't have, six hands, six arms. But but if maybe you can put a blindfold on and put some cotton in your ears, and then you can just do the mouth, right? But whatever. And I'm doing this because I'm fucking sick and fucking tired of people pointing their fingers, being judgmental towards me, or they think I do, I'm not sure, and the people that do towards you. I mean, I met some bad people, but it's not because of the plant that they use. It's because they're just bad people. All the plant does is it keeps them awake as they're able to drink, and that's what most people use this for. And that's because they were never taught what it is and how it was used in tribal cultures. I don't know what else to say, man. But you guys are hypocrites, and I'm gonna do this. And you know what? I'm gonna fight this. I got legal battles coming up because of this. But like I said, I grew up with I was really good friends with family Colombians growing up, and they didn't have a problem with it. And I did it through high school, and I stopped. And then I did it after my divorce, and I stopped. And now she threw me out of my house. And I divorced, and I started again. And then I stopped, and then divorced, and then I started again, and maybe I'll stop. But it doesn't really matter, because whether I started and stopped or just continue doing it, it is no worse than coffee. It is no, but it changes your brain chemistry. So does everything else. And your brain chemistry has to evolve. What the wealth class wants you to do is keep your brain chemistry just the way they want it, so that you could just go back to work and that's it. I don't know what else to say. It's literally, you can't even tell some people that that you're doing this, but I'm telling people right on camera. And if you don't like me after I do it, then I suggest you just go fucking away. Just leave me, don't talk to me, just go away. Stop pointing your finger at me, because I can point my finger at you for many things that you do. The number one thing everyone's addicted to is money. Every human being is forced to an addiction to money. So anything else that you point your finger to, remember that first. You're all a fucking bunch of addicts. And you ain't doing nothing about it. And even if I point my finger and say you're a fucking addict for money, you can say, no, I'm not. I don't really need it. Yes, you do. You need to survive. Right? Then give me all your money and go out there and live with moneyless, and see how you feel. I spent all my money on things up this point, and also the fact that I had to get the hotel room, and that I don't want to go back to the tent right now, and I got it for another night last night, and tomorrow morning, it's literally a couple hours actually, 4 or 5, I got to go back to the tent but I do this. When I'm in the hotel, I was like, all right, one more day. How much? All right, that's gonna leave me nothing all the way to the next one. But I really went this far, so I might as well finish it. And I wouldn't mind doing the Carlos and Maria, and maybe the Alfred continuing that story, but it didn't come through with me, not this time, because there was a whole bunch of shit that happened to me that they were like, no. Yeah, I came out a little bit, but I didn't videotape it. But I'm telling you now, what you're about to see and you judge people for, you're fucking hypocrites for. Because then I can have a cigar here and smoking that shit. I can have a little pipe now with a little resin from oil or resin from marijuana from Sinzan leaf, and there would be a problem. But because there's a certain thing in here that you deem so bad and so, my God, why? Because Mick Jagger fucking made it really popular in the 70s and 80s, because David Bowie was shooting it when he was recording albums. I don't understand. When somebody does it that has money and is, that's funny, oh yeah, he wasted all the, but then somebody that really wants to use it because they want to use it for their own purpose and their own reasons, and you have no fucking business to tell me what I can and what cannot do. And the legal system has no. This is my spiritual practice. You don't like it? Go fuck yourself, man. Go away. Leave me alone. If they, the shaman, those are the one thing, the Rastafarians, man, we say, no, go fuck out of here, man. Every one of you, get the fuck out of here. Because you're pointing at something and that you haven't even tried it and don't, but just because of what you hear is like, the broken ones on the floor, and when the women turn into prostitutes, they turn into prostitutes for money. They don't turn into prostitutes for this thing. This thing at least helps them get through the fact that they're prostitutes. Get it? What's the number one cause of homelessness? It's addiction. No, it's not addiction. It's not wanting to deal with you as a society, so you go homeless and you don't want to pay the shit that you want to pay. And you don't want to go work 3 jobs to pay your rent. homeless, those homeless people are not the number one cause of the homeless is not addiction. And I read that today somewhere, and you guys, that's bullshit. Addiction becomes a product of being homeless because you're out here living in sometimes fucking miserable conditions. Not even know when your next meal is coming from. But if you get that bag of something, you get that thing of something that you want to do, it's gonna make it all kind of like go away for a little bit, and that you don't harm anybody in the process. Then it's their business, not yours. And you have no business pointing your finger or asking me what I do with my money. Or you ask, what do you do with it? Yeah, so, well, I'm going to start saying, only $1 a day. I promise, $1 a day. That's what I'm spending. $1 a day. That's it. And with $1 a day, I'll get everything I need just for $1 a day. I wish that was the case. Then I wouldn't have a problem. But it's not. It's fucking not. So again, shut your. And I can do that. I can do it like Chris Rock, like when he pretended to do it in the movie, and I can show you the difference. Okay. And then I can also do it like I'm smoking a cigar. Well, cigar smoke isn't that good for you either. Go away, man. I can tell everybody, you're gonna face the same grave I am, right? When I die. And when I face that grave, I'm not gonna look back. I'm like, shit, I did too much of this thing or too much of that, and I shouldn't have done that. Because you're gonna look at the grave, the same grave, and you're gonna say to yourself, I wonder what's next, man. I hope I'm. Thing of it is, you didn't beat death, and I didn't beat death. You didn't find the cure for death, and I didn't. If I die 5 years sooner because of this, which I'm not, I'm 58 years old. I'm in better shape. I'm in shape wise, and except for maybe the glowing brain syndrome that's still running through my body a little bit and causing me, I'm probably in better shape than I've been in my life. I don't consider what you do, a problem for me, as long as it doesn't bother other people. The one thing I have a problem with is you sending your security guards to take me and throw me into cages because of something that you deem illegal, but it has been used for thousands of years in tribal cultures. And the people that are denying that now, no, shh, they don't want you to know because they don't want to be associated with that. I'm telling you right now, this is really no worse than coffee. And I guarantee you, alcohol is a lot worse. I take 3 shots of alcohol right now, which is probably the equivalent. I take 3 shots, or something. Or I have a whole beer. I'm like, ooh, oh boy, I'm feeling good now. It's looking good, but I was like, what we talking about? The same shit we were talking about yesterday. I was like, let's just keep repeat that over and over again. Remember, I have another one. I'll tell another one. Yeah. I did one more. Are you driving? I drive? Yeah, I can drive. I was just sober up a little bit. I drink a little before. It's like, but it's fine. I drink a little wine. You want to do a shot? We do that shot. That's perfectly acceptable for you, right? And then the fucking morons that you turn into, right? But then if I do this, and you have a right to throw me into a fucking cage, you assholes? You think you have a right? Right now, my demeanor is what? It's a lot better than the drunk fucking drinking a beer or fucking a shot. You want me to do 3 of these? I'll do 3 of these in a row, and you do 3 shots, and you see who is better to drive. Who's better? Oh no, but you see you're don't point your finger at me. This is a stimulant. This is a stimulant, man. You understand? I know somebody that one of my same friend, his sister was dating or married a New York State trooper, right? And he was Puerto Rican, and he did a little bit like this, he did this, and he said a lot of those troopers, and some of them they just do it, they do this, and maybe not the smoking, but and because they want to stay up and they want to keep on going, and they want to make sure they bust people, and they make money, more money. Money. You see, there is nothing that this does to me that should deem me being thrown in a cage. But because the laws are all let's see, built around these people that get crazy. I'll do Chris Rock for you now, okay? From where was that from? New Jack City. Yo, man, you gotta, could I have I got a hamburger. I got a hamburger in this bag. You want to trade this hamburger for, for some stuff, man, please? The hamburger, I just bought it as a hamburger. Fucking idiots, you fucking assholes. He was acting, and he wanted to make sure that he portrayed something that was really negative, because the whole movie was about how, these people got rich off of this stuff. And the reason they got rich off this stuff because it was illegal. Because if it was legal, then you could have just transported it, and there'll be people competing like you do, competing for like the best of it and the cheapest of it. Not like, and you can't even do that with weed now, because the dispensaries have to have a license, and the license has to be approved, and it has to be this and that, and this and that, and that. There's no competition. I mean, the Zen Leaf, the around Zen Leaf, where there's somewhere going on, the lines will form around, and the parking sometimes goes all the way to the back. Memorial Day weekend, my God, that place was packed. The weekends, people come from New York, they come here, they're here, they get it, and they go to the beach. That's fine now, but if you did that 10 years ago, you'd be thrown in a cage. And if you were selling it, then you're thrown in a cage. And the competition doesn't really exist, because there you make sure it's good stuff, and there's nobody's spraying anything on it, and now if you do that, you're paying $450 an ounce. If not, you can pay like $300, $250 an ounce on the street, but then you don't know if it's how good it is. If somebody, it's just like, it's weak weed, and then they spray something on it, some cannabinoids to make it stronger, and then all of a sudden, oh shit, I didn't want to smoke that. I just wanted to smoke the thing came out of the ground, not the chemical they sprayed on it. That's the chances we take. Right? And this thing, same thing, chances we take. Thing of it is, I can't grow the plant. If I would, I could. I can get the seeds. If they catch me growing it, they could arrest me. All this stuff is what you humans take and then take other humans and throw them into cages for, which is ridiculous. Right? So, person who asked me, what do you always spend all your money on? It's a lot of things. This is one of the things that's very expensive, unfortunately, but this is one of the things that keeps me up and keeps me talking and keeps me going. The other things too, if you get them, if you can get them, that's fine. You can't really find them a lot, not around here. So the thing of it is, the judgment that you have towards people doing this is the same judgment during Prohibition that people had to the people that are still drinking. Oh wait, you're not supposed to be Prohibition. You're not supposed to be drinking anything. It's the same judgment, because the people that didn't drink, or they were drinking, and they were drinking, fuck it, I'll take a chance, until you stop the Prohibition. So it'd be kind of good if you stop the Prohibition of everything, because overall people will still do it, but they risk the chance of dying because of the fact that it's sold in ways that it's not regulated, and you don't know what you're getting. But the thing of it is, this thing, if anybody else fucking quotes me, goes on my YouTube or Facebook when I post it, I'm gonna post it. Fuck it, I'm gonna post it. But if anybody does, and the people that were donating money to me, now fuck it. If he's gonna use that money for that shit, I was using that money to get the things that I need, because this thing's so expensive, and the other things that I do, the medical marijuana, is so expensive. But I still need that. I need that to do the things that I'm doing. Oh, you can't just do it naturally. No, I can't. If I would, I could. I'm going to tell you a story that I mentioned yesterday, but in the air. It was very interesting. There was a man called Stanislav Grof, right? He's a very good psychotherapist, and he wrote some very interesting books about The Adventures of Self-Discovery, which is one of them. Stanislav Grof. Now he was doing LSD experimentation in the 60s, right? Before and he found that the use of LSD to unlock repressed emotions and anger and these blocked out memories was incredible. People would come in with psychosomatic illnesses, like, I get, every time I have sex, I feel really uncomfortable and nervous, or I get this, I start sweating, or whenever I talk to somebody, if they remind me that, it's something that brings up something they can't figure out why it's doing it, and it's destroying their lives. Yeah? Now, regular psychotherapy, 10, 15 years of psychotherapy to figure out what it is. Psychiatry, you just bury it down with pills, bury it down, don't worry about it. But then it doesn't get married, it causes illness. And so giving it to someone, 2-3 doses, 2 sessions with it, he was able to unlock the person that had his psychosomatic about he was raped as a young child, and the pain that he felt was buried in, but then he blocked it out of his memory. So on and so forth. There are stories in that book, The Adventures of Self-Discovery, that are amazing. And so then, very interesting thing. He goes to India, right? He talks to like a guru, like an Indian guru, and somebody practices yoga, right? And the guy's been practicing yoga for 15 years and meditating 15 years, and he said for 20 years. So when you reach that level of nirvana, that level of pure bliss, that is an amazing feeling, right? And yeah, of course, it is very amazing. It takes me 15 years. You have to practice, and you have to build up the body. You have to learn how to get to that point using the practice, and took, yes, at first I was doing it, okay. But then, after I was doing it for so long, you develop. It's a discipline. You have to develop your body into being that. So Santa, well, I'd like you to try something if you want. This is LSD, and people are saying that you can reach that level of nirvana and meditation very quickly. Basically, when you take it, as opposed to having to study it all your life. He goes, okay, I'll try it, but I'll try it. Well, took it. Oh wow, yes, this is the same thing. It's amazing. I feel this all through my body. It's very good. Damn, wow, wow. Om Namah Shivaya. Oh, this is amazing. Boom. Then he goes and leaves him, and 3 hours later, 4 hours later, whatever, the next day or something, when he comes down, then he asks him, what did you feel about the experience here? It was great. I mean, I got to the point that, but the problem is that if I to reach that point, without it, allows my body to finally develop that ability to do that. But taking it, I would have to take it every day. And every time I want to meditate, I would have to take it to reach that same point. Maybe skip a day or something, but that's the thing. You're then relying on that to get you to the point of where you can just, if you do it for discipline, 10, 15 years, just practicing, you'll reach that. And you find that is just so much better, because why is it better? Does it feel any better? It is better because you feel that you've accomplished it without the use of anything. Okay. Now, the thing of it is, the LSD comes from the ergot fungus, which is similar to a mushroom. So it is a plant-based. I guess they call it plant medicine. And the thing of it is, right? You spent 15 years to get to this point, right? So say somebody is older and wants to get to this point, but then they have to spend 15 years from that point to the time they die to do it, right? Now, first of all. Second of all, these are all things that God, if you believe in God, of course I believe in God, Krishna, Shiva. God put these on this planet for you to, they're not poison. And, even LSD was derived by a very smart, intelligent man, Albert Hoffman, that he did it, and it was like, whoa, Timothy Leary was a big advocate of it. Stanislav Grof swore to it until they made it illegal, and then he had to develop a breath work, a certain type of breath work, to be able to mimic what that did. But the thing of it is, if you know that this is doing it for you, right, at any age and whenever you want to start, and you don't have to waste 15 years to get it, and we're telling you right now that it is no more harmful than anything else you do, and it is really not that harmful at all, because it's such a small amount of it will get you to that point. Doing a small amount, microdosing it on is people doing it, and people not telling anybody, but people doing it. Why? Because it is helping them to overcome things that the pharmaceuticals will give you, like rows and rows and rows and rows of side effects, and these don't. So you have wasted. So I'm sorry. I don't want to be disrespectful, sir, but you've kind of wasted your whole life doing this and developing this discipline. But if you would have just done this at a certain age, you would have got there a lot sooner. And reaching that point is always there. So you always have to come back down. It's not like, if you do it with doing this, you go up there and you have reached that state of nirvana, you stay in the bliss, and then you have to, you could just get to stay there for your entire life until you die. No, you then go back down. It's the same thing. You've used the body, but you haven't used the things that God gave you to get to those points. And as now he's talked to shaman from different shamanic cultures, and they told him, yes, of course we have to use that because that's what the spirits wanted us to use it to reach that point. It's not harmful to me. See, these things never became harmful until they became illegal in this culture, and then they were used in certain ways and added to, like alcohol, which alcohol is, again, it's you drink, it's one thing, but if you do something like this and it wakes you up, you're an awake drunk. So the problem is not this that you deem illegal and you stick people into cages for. It's the fact that they do this with alcohol and then kill people. And then it's like, oh, he was driving a car, he had cocaine in his system, but he also had alcohol. It's like, okay, well, the cocaine didn't do anything about it. It didn't kill it, and those people. The alcohol did. And all that did, which if you had 5 cups of coffee, it would have been the same thing. But then the coffee's like, oh, it's like, what's the stomach, 5 cups? It's like chewing a whole bag of the coca leaves. But then that will give you clarity a little bit, and do things, and because you see that scene of Chris Rock in that movie, you think everybody's like that, and then they would easily make it illegal, and they're able to get money for confiscation and all this other stuff. People put people in cages, right? And then continue their work in the eradication of tribal cultures and any connection they have to tribal cultures, which is what this especially this and a lot of other ones that they've made illegal. That's the main reason that they made them illegal, because they don't want you any smarter or more intelligent than what they want you to be. Okay? Yeah. This will, you wake up one day and you realize you're a slave and you say, I'm not gonna fucking work. Fuck these people. If you imagine if 7 billion people all did this and did that, then they wouldn't have slaves to work their machines. So of course they paid their governments a lot of money to make sure that this thing and anything like it, this LSD, marijuana for the longest time, was not legal. And and then people would just be discouraged if it's not legal. No, they do it behind your backs. They do it in for certain places where they're not going to be judged. And maybe sometimes they OD, why? Because they gave them something that they weren't used to. The street version. Everything that surrounds addiction and the problems that you deem a problem enough to create a law to stick somebody in a cage for. All those problems are not caused by the drug. Oh, I'm saying, it's not the drug. It's not a drug. It's a plant medicine. It's not caused by the plant medicine. It's caused by the fact that it's illegal. Okay? So that's it. I mean, if you're a police officer watching this in any way, shape, or form, that was not real. That whole thing was just staged. Everybody else, I'm telling you, that was real. You see any difference in me right now? You think I want to go out and rob somebody right now? Oh, I don't have. If this, the reason that this drains your money because it's expensive. Why? Because it's illegal. If not, it would be a lot cheaper. But I choose to do that than drinking alcohol. I choose to do that than doing a lot of things that will make me kind of wavy a little bit. That's fine. My goal in this is sleep. What can we call vision quest? Which is sleep deprivation. That doesn't affect our tunes. If you want to think and believe that it affects human beings in a certain way that you can't, you psychosis, go ahead, man. But my tuning soul is not affected by that, and that tuning soul is easily in my body,